What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Tony Shen. I'm back at it with another FL Studio stock plugin tutorial. Today we're gonna make a Trippie Redd Rage type beat. Super excited about this tutorial. Really excited to show you guys the steps of making this type of beat. If you're new to this channel, this is basically a series where I make beats only using stock plugins or other easily accessible sounds. It's really good for beginners who just want to follow along with everything, and it's also good for people who just want to make the most out of stock plugins. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So the thing with like Trippie Redd or like Rage type beats is that it takes a lot of elements from future bass, which is kind of like a little EDM-y, right? So we want to take some ideas on like the production style of EDM and kind of apply that to our beat right here. So one thing about EDM that is like really central to the genre is just the idea of like making crazy sounds from scratch and like sound design, right? So what we're gonna do is create our own like saw synthy type chords that is almost in every Rage beat, and we're gonna do that from scratch, and we're gonna use 3S oscillator. 3S oscillator should be available to every FL Studio user, and it's actually a really easy way to kind of like create synthy, futuristic like EDM type sounds, right? So instantly we want like a sawy like synthy type sound. So let's change all of our waveforms to like something saw, right? Sounds pretty cool, right? Let's play around with the different waveforms. Ooh, I like that. Okay, that sounds pretty cool, but we want to widen it up a little bit, and we want to sound a little more luscious, right? So what we can do is detune. So what that does is it kind of widens it, and it just detunes some of the notes. You hear how that sounds a little bigger? So now that we have that, let's build our chord melody. Copy. Yes, sir. So as you can see, sometimes you just gotta like plug in notes and just try different notes out in the progression. Like, I don't even know what chord this is. I don't even want to think about it, but I just know that it sounds pretty good in this context. Okay, so we can actually do a little bit more to the sound to make it sound a little better. One thing is maybe add a little more detune. And add a little phase. Another thing we could do is change the way the sound is shaped. So what we can do is go here and then go here, and then you could kind of set an envelope the same way you would do an 808. That's a good thing with like FL Studio stock plugins. You have that increased level of control. So let's give it a little attack, and a little release, and maybe like a little decay. And okay, I think that progression could be pretty cool. Let's do more to the sound too. So let's link this to our router. So let's route this to our mixer. Command L to link, or Control L if you're on Windows. And then go here. Let's add some reverb just to widen it up a little bit more. But you don't want like too much. You don't want to drench it. Just like a little subtle reverb just to create that environment. Let's also add a little bit of distortion just to give it that little grit. Not soft. Add a wave shaper. Just play a little bit with the shape just to get that sound you want. Yes, sir. And then another cool thing we can do with FL Studio stock plugins is we can add in slides. So if you add this and then increase the slide. So now we have our chords. Let's add like a crazy synth lead over it. Ooh, hype saw sounds pretty good. I want something more like crazy. I don't think this is doing it. Pitch this up an octave. Control up or command up if you're on Mac. Now another thing we want to do with Rage Beats is add like crazy slides. Now to do a slide, it's pretty simple in FL Studio. All you have to do is set like the note you start from as like the length. So you want it to be this long, right? But this is the note that you start from because you want to slide from A sharp to F. So let's shorten this note and then make that the slide note, and then that's gonna make it slide up to that F. Maybe make the slide a little longer. To make the slide time a little longer, you can extend the slide note. Okay, it's way too loud. I'm going to link it to the mixer. Command L. Let's turn down the gain. That's some distortion. Let's also add a little reverb just to give it that little environment. Turn it down. Now, I'm going to give you guys a secret sauce when it comes to rage beats. This is going to make your rage beats just sound way more intense, especially when it comes to the melodies. So what we're going to do is kind of like glue these two more together, because it sounds like these melodies could be a little meshed, a little compressed together, right? Just to glue them a little bit better. So what we're going to do is link it to another track together. So link both of them, right click here. And I'm going to add a plugin that's free called OTT. You guys can all get this plugin for free. I'm going to put the link in the description. But OTT essentially just makes it like way more intense. It's called over the top, OTT. It's basically like a multi-band compression, but if you like add a little bit of it and add a little depth to it, compared to not having, it just brings it out, right? Okay, so now we have this main melody. Let's just add a little counter melody, like a little bell melody on top. And then that will be enough, I think, for the melody, and then we'll work on our drums after. So let's add a little, let's create like a little synth bell, but we can do that ourselves. You can create that synth bell from scratch, and that makes it extra special. So for a bell, let's just create the envelope for it first, like the shape of the sound, right? So you want it to be a little plucky. So ideally you don't want too much attack. A little bit is okay, but you don't want too much. And then you want to get rid of all the hold, because you want it to be like a pluck more. And give it some release. Sounds so good, right? That's like, I think in terms of the envelope, I think that works pretty well. Now let's just manipulate the sound a little bit more. So I think I want to pitch this up a little bit more. Ooh, and then that sounds pretty cool. Maybe turn the let's actually go to this one. Then use this one, like use the second oscillator as like the high pitched one. And then because with the first one, for some reason you don't have control of the mix knob, so with this you can kind of mix it down a little bit. Sounds pretty cool, right? That sounds like a bell. Boom, 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 boom. You can almost foreshadow this melody. Pitch it down. Woo! Woo! Link it to the mixer. Control L. And then I want this to sound super wide, so I'm gonna add some delay to it. Let's do ping pong. Okay, now that we have the melody, let's work on the drums. For the drums, we're going to use Tony Shen Slap Pack volumes 1 through 3. The drums, I'm going to use something from Tony Shen Slap Pack, which are my personal drum kits that I've designed for you guys from scratch by myself. It's all free for you guys to download because I promise you guys free plugins, free sounds, so you guys have access to all the drums that I make for these series of videos on YouTube. All the drums are free. Just download it. Link in the description. Let's start with like a little clap. Where'd my clap go? Over here. Ooh, let's do a little two-step. Is that a little rim? Let's go to volume 2. I know I got some good rims in volume 2. Ooh. Oh wait, that was fire. Did you hear that? How did I do that? Was it like this? Woo! Is that a hi-hat? Open hat? Is that our 808 now? Want something just bouncy. Want something bouncy. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got the bounce now. Obviously, we still need to manipulate and create the 808 melody just to make sure it's on key. But before we do that, let's do a little processing. Command E or Control E if you're on Windows, and let's just see what pitch we're in. Okay, C. That's perfect because it's already tuned to C. The root note is already to C, so we all good. And then next thing we want to do is just make sure that when the note releases, it doesn't leak into the next note. I like to do that by creating an envelope and then doing this little shape thing so that when you release the note also releases. Woo! Okay, with that out of the way, let's just extend these notes. So Command L or Control L if you're on Windows, and that extends the note all the way. And then let's just follow the bass note of each of the chords. No, what happened to my saw? Oh. I was so scared for a second. Okay, so now let's add these to the mixer and let's just level out some of these sounds. Turn the hi-hat down. Okay, now that we have our pattern, let's just split up all the individual channels and then arrange this bad boy. Got a nice pattern going. Now let's just put on the playlist and arrange it. So we're going to start out with the chords and the lead. Okay, so now we have it arranged. I'm gonna play the beat for you guys so you guys can hear the arrangement. But before I do that, if you haven't done so already, and if you found this video to be helpful, please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. Show some love in the comment section. All of that really means a lot to me. I really do enjoy making these beats with you guys, and it's a really good way to brighten up my day. So thank you guys so much. I'm gonna play the beat for you guys without further ado.